There are incredibly 272,000 jobs in retail. We're hoping to grow that by a further 30,000 over the next 3 to 5 years. That said, if government interventions don't assist with job creation, that won't happen. And if government intervention obviously supports our plans, that will happen.
The best part of my job are getting out to the stores and spending time with the teams. To see the team, engaging with the customer and the passion for the product, I've just never seen anything like it. The moment of delight for us is when we see the feedback. Our customers walk out and we have just gone beyond, we've gone that extra mile, and they tell us that.
You want to do the brand the justice that it deserves. And I suppose that is massive pressure, but I think pressure is good. I work well under pressure, and I think it helps to keep the mind focused. So everything is customer-centric, and then it's about delivering the right product for the customer. Communication is key, great taste is key. So loving product and loving working with people are the two main things that you really need.
I love observing new kind of retail trends as well and seeing whether they will adopt and work in my own business. Everything is always moving forward, so there's always something to look forward to, there's always something new. I love trying things out and then kind of standing back, observing it, and then kind of tweaking it to fit.
I feel very privileged to work in the pharmacy sector. I think that we solve a lot of solutions for patients. I think they come in and they trust us implicitly, and it's something that I hold very dear to my heart, to be able to make a difference to their lives. If you have a particular skill set, there's probably something in retail that will match that. You meet different customers all of the time. You've got to adapt your skills to meet their needs.
I'm a real stickler for detail, and in retail you can be as particular as you like, and that's the great thing about it. I'm always travelling, always learning. Retail is one of those fields that you don't need to be an A student. Have that something special called Cop On. You can go really far, I think, as long as you're willing to work hard and you're a people's person, you've got a smile, you can go anywhere in retail.
The old adage is, if you like your job, you'll never work a day in your life. And we're lucky that we work in an exciting industry that we're very interested in and passionate about. I'm lucky to work in a technology that you enjoy reading about outside of work. The best bit about my job is actually getting out into the stores and dealing with the customers and dealing with our staff as well, which is something, unfortunately, I don't get to do as often as I'd like. Any retail organisation is a powerhouse in terms of getting it up and running and dealing with customers. And to do that, you need a lot of different types of people and a lot of different careers. So there's a wide variety of careers available in retail.
There's a huge amount of different jobs, great variety as well in the company, and people chop and change from different ones, so if they get fed up with one, opportunity to move to another, and so on. One thing that we have seen that's changed very significantly in retail is that the customer is much more savvy. They're after value, they're after promotions. They're not going back to those Celtic Tiger years where they just threw away money. It's been some tough years in Ireland, recessionary environment where it's been kind of hard, cost cutting and so on. But now it's much more encouraging, really motivating.
I think in retail you have to be outgoing. You have to be a happy-go-lucky sort of a personality. I think that's the most important thing. Once the attitude is right, people will learn.
Retail, I think, employs about 270,000 people in Ireland. It's the largest employer, and it's a great industry to be in. We love what we do, we love who we do it with, and we love who we do it for the customer, and that's essential to the success of our breeding.
Community is huge for us. There's also the local employment. There's so many of the staff here I've gone to school with, so it's great to have that local factor within the store.
People have said to us here, when are you going to stop, redevelop it? But I just think if you stop and if you think you've done it or you're there, then that's probably when it's time to get out.
There's definitely green shoots out there. The economy is showing it and everything else, and it's onward and upwards, I think, for retail.
Retail is evolving to where we don't quite know. Online is a big thing for us now. We feel there's a future in that. We have to be up for the challenge, and we have to be prepared to look at whatever comes along and to see whatever challenge is presented to us, that we can respond to it correctly.
I've worked in several jobs where you can't actually solve people's problems, where you can actually, if there is a problem, you can deal directly with someone and actually give them a decent solution to it, you know, and people tend to appreciate that a lot more.
No 2 days are ever the same. One day I'm on a farm carrying out an audit, and the next time meeting with new producers and negotiating contracts. So it's ever changing.
We have such a good team, we work really well together, and because we have such local producers here, we get to meet the producers at all times. But I really enjoy working with people and customers, so it makes it easy for me.
I mean, what we need is people who have a can-do attitude. If we have that, we can teach everything else.
You need to be a good communicator, a good head for business, people person. There's endless training out there to bring you to that.
I really enjoy when stuff sells. That's what we do. We're grocers at heart. We love to sell stuff. And that gives us pleasure and it gives our customers pleasure.
I, for one, am somebody who is a huge fan of training and the training environment. I think that we should never stop learning.
Yeah, it's a really exciting industry to work in because like that there is always new products coming, there's always something new and exciting, but at the same time that can be challenging because you're changing what you're selling all the time.
Make sure if you're working in retail that you're kind of trying to understand all areas of it, from sales to advertising to the HR side of retail. There's just so many opportunities within a retail career.
There's something for everybody. It's fast-paced, it's fun, it's filled with variety.
The best bit of my job is the people I work with. I work with a really energetic and passionate team. So I think retail as a whole, once you get in, there can be a lot of opportunities within it and it makes it an attractive career.
I think if you want to get a good understanding of how business works and you want to have a broad understanding, certainly working in retail gives you a broad sense of how all those things work.
It never fails to surprise me how generous people are, how generous customers are with this positive feedback.
I love the fact that it is diverse. I love the fact that it's changing every day. No day is the same. So you come to work, of course you've got a plan of what you want to try and get done that day, but that might all go out the window after 5 minutes. You might be working on something completely different, but also very exciting, and I love that.
It's only because of the team I'm here today. They're the people that make the store. They're the people that make me a successful manager. Like, our vision in Kilkenny is to be recognised as a leading retailer for service and quality. And all the people there that I work with, they all believe in that, and very strong local people working in the store. They're all friends, they're all locals, they're all people I enjoy working with. It's easy to come to work when everyone has the same vision. For me, it's about delivering consistency 7 days a week, and if we don't achieve that, asking why and putting in, I suppose, corrective action in place to ensure that we get there next week.
I love the fact that people can come into me and they don't really know what to do, and they leave here with a skincare routine or a new cream or something like that to really help them, and that people can feel like that, you know, it's a bit of a breath of fresh air, that they can actually get help with something. In a pharmacy environment, you do have to be quite patient. It gives you skills that you wouldn't get in any other walk of life, really. It is something that is kind of unique to working in retail, so I think everybody should do it at some point, yes.
We're a very labour-intense industry, and we are not a low-pay employer. We spend lots of money on our people. We believe people have to be at the very centre of our businesses. Retail is all about people, and if we don't look after them and celebrate them, we'll fail. So people, absolutely crucial in retail.
There's no place I'd rather be.